What is your funniest experience interacting with the visually impaired or being visually impaired yourself?
Rafael, is that stretching or?
Both. Yeah, I'll start. Well, this one actually happened only a few months ago in the DPI program, the Dixon program in Junior Blind. And I was trying to be a gentleman to open the door for this one lady. And initially what happened was we were walking out because we ended the meeting. And I didn't know there was, she was walking behind me, so I opened the door and I just closed it on her face and her body. And then I was like, oh, my bad, I didn't know you were behind me. And then I opened the door, and I thought she got up. So I closed the door again. And I felt like the worst guy ever. I had to apologize 10 times. Oh, that was bad.
Good story, though.
Okay, I'll share a story. This is Donna, and I also have partial vision a little bit. Folks that know me say, yeah, she can be dangerous. People think she really knows how she's getting around, but just enough vision to be dangerous, as they say. So I was going to go to the mall with a friend of mine, and we were going to do some Christmas shopping. So she was coming to pick me up at the house, and she called me on her cell and told me, she said, oh, and I borrowed my mom's car because, both of us will have packages and things like that. And she drove a little Miata, so her mom's car was bigger, it had a back seat, trunk, all that. So she said, I'll be in my mom's car, so watch for my mom's car. Okay, she gets to the house, she calls on the cell, she says, I'm downstairs. Okay, so I come downstairs, go out to the front, there's a place where everyone parks to pick up and drop off and all that stuff. Car was, I hadn't seen her mom's car in a couple of months, and there was a car there, looked like her mom's. I thought it was the same color. So I'm walking over there, get her to the car, open the door, throw my purse on the floor, and not even paying attention, and I'm like, oh, girl, it is so hot today. And I'm just like going on and on. I'm like, and you're late, and we're going to be right in the parking lot. And I put on my seatbelt, and then I turned, and I said, oh my God, you're not Doreen. And you're a man. I'm really sorry. And of course, and I had, my cane, and it was, tied to my purse because, I knew where I was, and I was using my cane, and there weren't any stairs. And I said, I'm really sorry. And he says, that's fine. And I get out of the car, and 2 cars back is Doreen in her mom's car, and she was laughing at me. and I said, that could have been somebody to take me away. You're not even really a good friend. I can't believe you did that to me. And she said, well, it was hilarious, and I knew you were safe. So she's like, what are you going to do? But that was very interesting. That's what happens, partial vision, just enough vision to be, can't see through closed windows, glare. It was funny. She still teases me about that. That was embarrassing.
Sure, and at my age I have several, but I too have gotten into the wrong car on a double date, but I'll say that story. My sighted date was no more observant than I, but the story no, she wasn't actually. The story I'll tell actually was one summer at Camp Bloomfield. When JBA, Junior Blind of America, was its original name, Foundation for the Junior Blind. We had a swim meet one day against a Jewish camp down the road called Camp S. Kramer. And that evening, there was a dance. And obviously the music was fairly loud, which is why totally blind folks shouldn't go to dance clubs. I thought I heard a female-sounding voice, so I went and I asked this individual, "Would you like to dance?" And I grabbed the hand, and at that point, the young man whose voice hadn't changed yet said, "Excuse me, I'm a boy."
Mine.
I think I'm next. I don't know which embarrassing story to tell. So I'll go back to, as my son would say, the days of the dinosaurs when I was a math major in college, and an unhappy math major, and I was reading to some blind students, and that's what got me interested in this field. So one of the people that I was reading to, his name was Tom, he and I became friends, and when I decided to change majors, I wanted to learn something about what orientation mobility was all about. So he offered to take me on a walk through campus, and he gave me his cane, and I was blindfolded, and he was giving me directions, and things were going well until suddenly I had north was south, and south was north, and east was west, and west was east, and there was no way that I could straighten it out. He would explain the library was to the left, but I knew the library was to the east. The street we need to cross is in front, but I knew it was behind. And there was no way in the world I could straighten it out. He patiently kept telling me, and finally I cheated and I lifted up the blindfold, and then he said to me, "You know, I can't cheat." That was, it was embarrassing for me, but it was really important to realize that I'd have had to figure out eventually some way of switching the whole world, because it was 180 degrees wrong.
I'm glad we're both retired, because my most embarrassing experience was when I was a BI teacher, and I was walking down Clinton with one of our assistants who's totally blind, and we were chatting away, and I was his sighted guide, and I walked him into a low-hanging branch.
And did Keith excuse you?
We both remember it. We never forget. But he does trust me.
Regardless.
Regardless.